All right, let's dive right into it. Coming to you from, as you can see behind me, the Boost Classroom. That's where I'm at. But today, again, we're going to talk to you about these new plans. So I get the pleasure of talking to you about these new plans on 50 and 60. Ladies and gentlemen out there, I am so super excited about this one. This is launching on 7/28. So tomorrow, 7/28, we're going to have a brand new unlimited 50 and unlimited 60 on BTN plan launching. But I did leave something out there that's really important, and you can see it right there, loud, bright, and proud on the screen. 40 gigabytes now for the unlimited 50 and 50 gigabytes now for the unlimited 60. Who's excited about that? I know I am, right? I think that's huge. We've been asking for it for so long. Can we get more high-speed data? And now we're finally going to get it, right? So on the new 50 unlimited data talk and text plan, you're going to get 40 gigabytes of 5G, 4G data ready for that customer to use as soon as they activate. Okay, you're going to get hotspot, right? You're going to get that hotspot as part of that 40 gigabyte package, so they can use as much hotspot as they want in terms of that 40 gigabytes, right? And for the customers who use more than 40 gigabytes, well, it's always the question that comes up during the billing cycle. They're going to go to that 3G speed, which obviously is still going to be good for them to use different things related to videos or surfing the web. So definitely a great experience there. And as we look at adding lines, because I know we all want to add additional lines when we activate new customers onto this new 50. Lines 2 through 5 are going to remain $30 each. That is a huge win for you, for me, for all of us. That is big time. And let's not forget about the $60 plan either. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this too because we still have a 60. Those customers are going to get 50 gigabytes of 5G, 4G data. How about that? You guys, I see all of the emojis running through. Thumbs up, claps. Let's get pumped. Let's get excited to sell this because, again, 50 gigabytes of mobile hotspot are going to be included with that package, right? They can use as much hotspot as they want, just like we talked about on the 50. Same with the 60. It comes with Total Mexico Plus. I know that's a question that was going to come. It comes with it. And again, same deal. If you go over that 50 gigabytes, you're going to go to those 3G speeds, which 3G speeds you can do a lot with. So, and the same thing, we can add lines to this too. Lines 2 through 5, $40 each. Awesome deal, awesome plans, launching tomorrow. And one more thing, so both plans are tax inclusive and are not eligible for mix and match right now, but that's okay. Again, it's such a good deal. It's such a good deal. We can absolutely sell this. So let's go to the next screen
Hey,
and let's
Chris,
talk about.
great thing you mentioned about tax inclusivity, right? We're going to go into a little bit of detail later on. We never really mentioned this before, but that's something that's going to be important, guys. So pay attention to that coming up.
Absolutely. So let's talk about eligibility here for these new $50 and $60 plans. So these are for new activations, new report in both, and for the existing customers out there. So let's talk about that real quick because we have a ton of existing customers that come into our stores. So if currently on the $50 and $60 BTN plans, the ones we have right now, only single lines are eligible to change to these new plans. So customers are on these single line 50 and 60 plans now, they are going to be eligible to switch over to these new plans. Okay. And just keep in mind that that customer's new plan will be effective at the next billing cycle. So keep that up here. Remember that. Great selling point. Definitely can switch those existing customers that are on the single line 50 and 60 BTN plans that we have today. For the current multi-line customers on 50 and 60, they're not going to be able to move to this plan right now. Or they're not going to be able to do add-a-lines on the 50 and 60. But again, we have a ton of new customers that are going to be interested in these new 50 and $60 plans that are coming into our doors to switch to activate new lines. So a huge opportunity there for sure. Next slide. All right, so we talked a little bit about this on the last slide, but I'll kind of reiterate some of it too. So the existing $50 and $60 single line customers, they're going to need to change to the new $50 and $60 plans in order to add a line, right? So if you have a single line and you're on 50 and 60 unlimited today, All right. If you want to add a line starting 728, you're going to need to switch over to one of these new plans in order to do so. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not, right? You're going to pay the same amount of money and you're going to get more data. How can you lose, right? So that's awesome. Plus, hey, for that customer that comes in and they make the switch, let's get them to add a line too. You want somebody else to come onto your plan, they're gonna reap the benefits of that same increased data bucket that you are moving forward for the next billing cycle. If an existing customer switches to the new $50 price plan, the new plan will be effective at the next MRC. Very important. Okay, we talked about that, but I wanted to say it again. And then we talked about this to existing customers. If they're on multi-line $50 and $60 plans, they're not going to be able to add any additional lines. And existing single line customers on 50/60 will continue to be able to add an extra line to their account. So, two things to keep in mind, obviously, in those situations. But what we really want to focus on today is just the excitement about the plan itself and the ability for us to sell these to the customers that are going to qualify and take advantage of this extra data capability. All right, so that's 50 and 60. Hopefully everybody's super excited. I continue to see some awesome emojis. Keep those coming. Keep those rolling. I want to see like hundreds of them fly up the screen. So let's continue to hit that button, mash the button. Let me see how excited you are. We're going to flip it over to the next plan, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to hand it off to my friend, my coworker, Henry. Henry, do you want to talk to them about this $25 plan?
Absolutely, guys. I am pumped to talk to you about this brand new plan that we're releasing here. This is a game changer. This is going to break the industry. I can see it now. You guys have been asking for it. But before we do, Chris, man, it's amazing, right? You guys have asked for it. Our customers have asked for it. They wanted more data. They wanted more data, and here it is. You guys wanted it. Here it is. We got it for you. The $50 plan, same price. You get more data. $60 plan, if it wasn't great already, now it's amazing. Think about that. 50 gigs. We almost doubled, right? The threshold that we had before from 35 to 50. So guys, amazing, amazing plan to offer, right? So let's continue to get that out there. Let's give what the customers wanted. I'm just excited to hear about those two plans. Thank you for telling us all about that, Chris. But now, without further ado, let's talk about this amazing $25 unlimited 30 gigabyte plan on BTN. This is a very special plan, guys. I am super excited to talk about it, right? And here it is. So this plan is a specific special plan for our customers who want to join, right, our BTN network. This plan is tied and linked to AutoPay, which helps its customers get this great price. So who can do this, right? Who can get this? So new customers who purchase a device at full SRP or bring their own device to Boost are eligible to get this plan. Like we said, they're going to get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and 30 gigabytes of data, high-speed data, that is. If they do use that up, like they normally do, they will throttle down to the 3G speeds, no problem. Right? This plan, though, guys, keep in mind, this was the first plan that we offered that does not include taxes. What does that mean? The customer will be responsible for paying those taxes when they pay their bill, when they activate, and you will be responsible for collecting those taxes. But no problem, nothing you need to do extra. No one needs to bust out their calculator and add taxes. No, Elevate will do that for you. It would automatically do all the math, and it will tell you exactly what the customer has to pay, and the plan will be ready to go. No further action needed as it comes to that. However, what we're going to need from you is to educate the customer that this is a great deal and that they're going to have to pay taxes, unlike the other plans where all the plans are included. Remember, we said to pay attention to that earlier. The 50 and the 60 are as usual. Plans are included. On this one, though, they are not. So, more information to come on that. As you start activating here tomorrow, you're going to start seeing those taxes be added. If any other questions come up, let us know, but just educate the customer that they're going to be paying for those taxes up front. All right. One more thing to understand, that this plan does not include hotspot. Right? It's only 30 gigabytes of high-speed internet on their device. All right. And then last but not least, guys, the most important part about this is that they must enroll in autopay. And Zach's going to do an amazing presentation and just tell you once again how to get folks added, how to get autopay added to those customers that come in. All right. So he'll be presenting that in a little bit, but we got to make sure those customers stay on autopay to keep that $25 plan. If not, the system will automatically put them into the $35 plan. All right. We got a couple pro tips that came in, and these are just a couple catchphrases that we're going to go over that you might be able to use when you're talking to your customer. First one is, the $25 plan is our best unlimited plan yet. The fact it is, right? It is actually half the price of the competition. Say that loud, say that proud. We are half of the price of the competition. All right. Another pro tip is this. The competition can stack up against the $25 unlimited plan. Bottom line, bring your phone over to Boost and save 50% over Metro and Cricket. Call them out because it's a fact that we are 50% off that plan. All right, take me over to the next slide, Sean. All right, let's talk a little bit more in detail who's eligible and what autopay is all about. So first and foremost, eligibility, right? Customers are required to bring their phone. It's a BYOD plan, or they can purchase a phone at full SRP. We have tons of phones like the A03, TCL20 that are very affordable, $119 that a customer can buy outright and still save 50% off their plan. All right, this is for new activations only, and this is not available for existing customers. Keep that in mind. New customers only, and this, of course, is for single lines, new and port-in only. All right, and we keep talking about autopay. This is required for them to get the $25 plan. All right, let's talk a little bit about autopay. Customers must remain on it if they want to keep that $25 price tag. If not, the system will automatically move them over to the $35 unlimited autopay. Unlimited plan without autopay. All right. Let's say a customer drops off. It happens. Whatever. Right. They can come back and re-enroll into autopay while they're on that $35 plan, and the system will automatically put them back into the $25 plan. So no problem. Customer falls out, the card doesn't work, something happens, they switch credit cards or banks, whatever, no problem. They can go back into autopay and take advantage of the discount. All right. One thing that's important that I want to call out is that moving to any other plan will disqualify that customer from getting that $25 plan, and they will not be able to get it back because it's only for new customers. All right. Keep that in mind. Make sure you let that customer know. All right. Pro tip. If you have a phone to bring over to Boost, if you don't have a phone to bring over to Boost, no problem, Mr. Customer. We have amazing phones like the Samsung A03 and the TCL 20 XE for just $119, and you can take advantage of this plan. All right, maybe something you can use if a customer does not have a BYOD device. No problem, we got them. All right, let's move over to the next slide. All right. Dealer and frontline action. Very little you guys have to do, right? Just basically enroll the customer in autopay. Keep that in mind, right? Determine if the customer is interested in any extras, because this plan, you indeed can add extras to it. You can add insurance and you can add extras. So make sure you do that while you're activating the customer. You got to collect the taxes at the point of sale, but nothing you have to do. Just make sure you educate the customer on it. And of course, tell the customer about the Boost One app. This is the best way they can stay on top of their account. This is how they can actually earn, right, the ability to get discount on plans and a lot of free stuff every single week. So this is an amazing app. Everyone on BTN must have it. Another pro tip for you, right? Do you want to keep the phone you love, Mr. Customer? Bring it a Boost and pay 50% versus the competition. That might be a catchphrase you can use. All right, with that, guys, I am going to turn it over to the master, to the expert, Zach. He's going to talk to you guys all about the autopay enrollment and a few more things. So, Zach, take it away.
Thanks, Henry. I appreciate it, and great job, Henry and Chris. You guys have covered a lot of information really quick, but some exciting news. And I am super excited to go over this process with you. So I must ask you to pay close attention as I go through this process because it's a little bit different than what you're used to, but overall, it's very, very, very simple. So as of today, if you go in to activate a new line, whether it's a new number or a port in, and you're in the BTN guided sales flow, and you're familiar with this screen that you can see on this screenshot, you should see that little box appear on the bottom right that says enroll in auto pay, and it asks you to check that box if you want to enroll in auto pay. Well, there is another way to do so that's much easier, more comprehensive, less clunky. So we want to encourage you to not select that box, but actually go through the flow that I'm going to teach you how to do here in a second. But also what I'm about to teach you how to do is available right now in the sales portal under the Boost Transform Network resources. You can find all of the training that teaches you how to enroll a customer into AutoPay or anything else BTN related. So like I said, do not check that box. Just proceed with business as usual. Just do a normal activation as you would today. Pretend nothing has changed and go ahead and process that. And once you've processed that, the activation is complete. You've made the ePay payment, the number is generated, or it's a port in, keeping the same number. Once everything's complete, the account's been established and the service is good to go. That's where you'll begin these steps I'm about to show you. So next slide, please, Mr. Blaney. All right. So just like you did previously, you'd go back into the guided sales flow in Elevate Web, but this time you're going to go to existing customer, and then you're going to select the Dish Sales Portal. After you go to Dish Sales Portal, you're going to be prompted to put in the customer's phone number. You'll go ahead and put that in and then hit search, or I'm sorry, you'd hit look up. And then from there, it's going to require the customer's PIN code. You go ahead and enter the PIN code, and then you would click submit. From there, you should be familiar with this screen where it gives you the overview of the customer's page. And now you'll see on the bottom right, it says manage payments. It used to say coming soon and was grayed out. It is no longer coming soon. It is available now. So you will be able to click that button. From there, you'll see the next screen that asks you to add a new payment method in your Boost mobile wallet. From there, you would hit add new payment method. And then you would see the screen prompting you to put in the credit card number, expiration date, and CVV. Once you put all of that information in, you'll see the little toggle on the right-hand side. You want to make sure that is turned on so that way that card is enrolled in auto pay. And then from there, you would click save. And congratulations, that card has been added to the Boost mobile wallet. Now, the cool thing is from there, there's nothing else you got to do. But if a customer is like, hey, I want to change cards down the road or wants to have multiple cards on file for some reason, we're here to help the customer. So we can do the same process that I just showed you, and you can go ahead and toggle on and off auto pay for whichever card the customer would like, because obviously only one card can be used for auto pay at a time. So that's how you do the process. Super easy, guys. Like I said, just go through your normal flow. Once you're done, return to the existing customer account, click manage payments, and then go ahead and put the card on file and enroll in auto pay. And that is how you do it. Back to you, Christopher.
Hey, Zach, before we go, we send it over, right? I got a question that keeps coming up, right? Is because folks have to go through the activation process first. They believe that they have to charge the customer $35, and then they auto enroll them right into the auto pay afterwards. So can you explain a little bit as to if the customer are going to have to pay $35 or $25 the first time? Can you help everyone out?
Sure, great question, Henry, and great question, everybody. That is, the customer will pay $25 for the first month. So the only scenario where they're paying $35 is if they unenroll from AutoPay or they don't enroll in AutoPay before their next MRC. So as long as you do this flow like I just showed you, you complete the activation, you enroll them, they're good to go. They're going to pay $25 the first month and then $25 every month after that. If for some reason the customer takes the card off file or anything like that, then they're not enrolled in AutoPay. That's when the customer will be changed to the $35 plan. But like Henry said earlier, they can easily just put their card back on file and get reduced back to $25.
Thank you very much for that question, Zach. For that answer, I'm sorry.
You got it.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next slide. And I know that there's a ton more questions coming in, but before we do that, we talked at the beginning of this call about going through some potential role plays or scenarios some phrase that pays, we like to call it, related to the new plans. So let's go through a couple here. Let's start with let's do the 25. We've been talking about that. Henry, would you be so kind as to work with me on this role play example?
You got it.
All right, so for this one, you can be the customer, and everybody, I'm going to use the information on the screen, but let's try and make it our own. So go ahead, Henry, walk into my store.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Yeah, our customers come in chippy that way, right? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. Welcome to Boost Mobile. How can we help you today?
Hey, I'm just kind of come in, man, and just see what you guys got. See what type of promotions you guys got going on.
Yeah, I don't know if you happen to see, we have a lot of great promotions going on. Did something specific that you may have seen in the window bring you in the store? I haven't seen you around here before.
Yeah, I mean, you got that nice $25 poster out there. What's that all about?
Yeah, so I mean, we're running a deal that just launched. This is a super awesome new plan offer. And depending on, the needs of what you're looking for today, with your phone and your plan, this could be an amazing fit for you. So, for you, and what's your name again, by the way?
Henry.
All right, Henry. So for you, Henry, today, this $25 unlimited plan, this is brand new, okay? So here's a question I'm going to ask you because, I've been asking you a lot of questions, but how would you like to save $300 a year? How does that sound?
Sounds amazing, especially right now. Tell me more.
So what I can tell you is this, in terms of this plan, and I just told you $25 unlimited, our new unlimited plan, it's going to be half the price of the competition. So like I said, for just $25 a month, you're going to get unlimited talk, unlimited text. You're going to get 30 gigabytes of high-speed data, all for that $25 price point. And then if that's not enough, the best part, you can keep your phone you already use. So I didn't ask you when you come in, but again, I've never seen you here before. I imagine you have a phone, right? Correct? I see one
Absolutely.
in your hand. So
No, I actually do, and I love my phone. And you're telling me I can get 50% off what I'm paying already with the other with my company?
absolutely. So you're going to get that discount, that lifetime of savings, right? But on top of that, you can continue to use the phone you love today. You're not going to spend any additional money on a phone. So let's say we get started saving today by hooking you up with a Boost Mobile plan. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and that's one way to put it. What we want you to do is pull from those talk tracks, right? A lifetime of savings, save $300 a year, talk about half the price of the competition. Those are all going to be really good selling points as you're talking to that customer that comes in asking about this $25 unlimited plan, or if you've qualified them and this is a great fit for them. However, and next slide, please. If you qualify the customer, right, you ask them a couple questions, and it really feels like that they would be better suited for maybe that new 50 and 60. Let's go through that, right, Henry? So this time I'm going to be the customer, and you be the store rep. How about that, or the Boost advocate, I should say.
Absolutely, I can definitely help with that. All right, Mr. Customer. Listen, you mentioned to me that high-speed data was very important to me, and you mentioned that 30 gigs just might not be enough for you. Well, you know what? I got just what you need. We have some brand new revamped plans, and they're better than ever. Let me start and tell you the best plan that we have in the store, and that's the 60 Unlimited Plus plan that now comes with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. And it's unlimited because after that, you're going to get slow down to 3G speeds, which is going to allow you to do most of the things you already do anyways. This plan comes with unlimited talk, text, like we said, 50 gigabytes of high-speed data, and you're going to be able to have Total Mexico included, which is going to give you the ability to call anyone in Mexico included for free. Right? This plan now, which is great, you're able to add 4 more lines into the account. So if you wanted to create this into a family plan later on, you can absolutely do it. 5 lines max. How does that sound to you?
That sounds unbelievable. And actually, I have 3 additional members of my family that want a phone. This is going to be the perfect time for me to add them in. So I love it. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Bring them in. Let's do it.
So yeah, that's great. And I think, a lot of great selling points there, really just talking about the benefits of these new plans. So the point here is, ladies and gentlemen, is, make sure to qualify that customer when they come in. These $50 and $60 plans may be a better fit for them. We know that they saw the 25 on the window, but let's ask them a couple questions and see what makes the most sense for what their needs are, for their phone usage and plan needs. Okay. So, Henry, anything else to add there as we kind of wrap this up and get to the end?
Yeah, don't forget about the $50 plan, guys. Just in case that $60 plan is a little bit much for the customer, right? We understand it. We know it. We got to right fit the customer into the right plan. Don't forget about that most popular plan, which is the $50 plan, which is also much better than it was before. Now coming with 40 gigabytes of high-speed data and everything else we were able to do before. Plus, this is very underrated. We cannot skip this part. You can now, right, add 4 additional lines to this account as well, to this plan as well. Before you can only do 3, now you can do 5 lines just like you could before. Same thing with the 60. You can now do 5 lines total before you can only do 4. So as you see, BTN is coming. BTN is becoming every single day, just like TN is and what you're asking it to be. We started with those 2 plans and giving them more data. Why not?
Absolutely. All right, next slide, please. Great stuff, Henry. Appreciate you sharing that. So resources, we have a lot of resources out there, and they're going to be housed in the quick links in the sales portal. So if you know where that's at, and a lot of you probably do, I think we have about 1,000 people on this call. Check it out under Boost Transform Network Resources. It's going to be all the information related to these new plans that we just talked about. If you don't know where the quick links are, reach out to your local account executive. They can point you in the right direction, or your store manager, owner, or DM. All of them will be able to direct you to the right place to learn more about what we talked about today. Also, I want to just let you know that we're super excited, right? We were very excited. Hopefully that came across. We saw your excitement with all the emojis out there, but we want to launch this as soon as possible. Obviously, we put the date up for tomorrow, but as anything else, it's subject to change. So please, continue to look out for that green light. We will let you know exactly when this is going to launch, when it's supposed to launch. Okay, so just be on the lookout. Keep your ears and eyes open for any changes with that. We want to get this. We want to get this out to you as soon as possible, so we can start selling these awesome plans. Next slide. All right. Remember what we talked about today, everybody. $25 unlimited plan with 30 gigabytes of high-speed data with autopay. Huge value. Great traffic driver. And it's definitely something that's going to go hand in hand with these revamped and awesome additional data plans on 50 and 60. Again, it's what you've been asking for. It's what your customers have been asking for. You're going to have it here shortly. Hopefully you guys are excited, ready to sell. Hopefully you learned something today. We got a ton of questions in the chat. We're going to answer all of them. We're going to get back to you. So Sean behind the scenes here is going to take all of that information. A lot of them we answered, but anything we didn't, we're going to follow up and make sure that we do. So anything else to add as we close out, Henry, here?
No, just thank you guys for everything you do. Be on the lookout, like Tony said. That pack out should have arrived already. If not, it's on the way to your store. Make sure you put up those posters and the beautiful merchandise that's coming today. That's going to scream $25 all over the place. And that's going to bring a lot of customers into the store. So then at that point, you can do what you do best and right fit the customer into the best plan. Hey, $25 plan is great, but they might need a $60 plan with multiple lines, right? Hey, the $50 plan might be the one to go, right? If they want to be able to do multiple lines. If not, hey, $25 is the best plan right now in the market, like we said. Be proud, be loud about it, right? No one else can beat us. Let's just rack in the sales. Love it. Thank you, Chris.
Alrighty. Thank you, everybody. Glad to have you on. Hopefully you guys go out there and sell some phones today. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.